welcome to a new installment of my knee injury series, or how I'm recovering from it. This is week 3 and it had been definitely a positive one than the week before. On day 15 I was back at the office. For that I get picked up by the taxi, and I would say I definitely didn't feel as tired afterwards as the times before. So I felt like, oh, that's progress. I forgot to fill up my water bottle, so I didn't drink so much on that day. Yeah, but I made up for it when I came home. I was definitely tired. I had to lie down and take rests and did yin yoga and all of that, but I still would say that it got a bit, but I could see that I'm starting to be in a stabilization phase where I just know this is how it is. We're getting stronger in our arms. Things are not as tiresome anymore. So that's really positive. On day 16, I first thought oh, my knee is not doing any better, but I realized that I had more stretches of several hours per day where I didn't have to do anything with the knee. I could just leave it there. And that was so positive to know that I don't have to have it elevated all the time. I don't feel so much all the time. Obviously I felt something in the morning and in the evening always, but there were parts of the day where I felt like, oh, I don't feel anything in my knee. How great is that? I mean, yeah, it's just the small things that make you really happy. I also got more energy. I managed to bake a cake, even though it was a bit more tricky to do it on one leg, sitting down and all of that, and getting all the equipment. But I was so proud that I managed to do that, and just to kind of get something going, getting a bit more normal daily life back. Yeah, that made me really happy. Day 17 was definitely the turning point of the week. My physiotherapist looked at me and she also suspected a meniscus injury, the same as my GP. We still didn't have the results, but she was like, I want you to get off the crutches within 3 days, and I think you will be okay within 3 weeks. And I'm like, what? I was so shocked, happy but also shocked. Does that mean I can walk soon again? When you're on crutches, the world changes so much because you just think about getting from one room to the next, and life gets very small because you're just at home, and yeah, you're so dependent on that other people coming and help you. And I'm so grateful for all the help I got from friends, and my neighbors helped me, and just would not have been able to do it without them. So this injury really has helped me seeing who's there and who's helping me, and feeling so grateful for that. Day 18 was the first day where I was supposed to start weaning off from the crutches. I went into office, and because I knew that's a more exhausting day, I decided to just keep on doing what I did before, just walking on crutches, no pressure on the leg. But then when I got back home, I started kind of walking with crutches, but then walking with both feet. And that felt in the beginning, it felt really, it was definitely a bit scary, but it got better. And I remember I walked to bed without crutches, just trying that, and it went well. And I really felt like freedom. It really felt like that. Day 19, I really tried to continue on that, trying to not walk with the crutches, but also often I did it in the morning when I woke up, and in the evening. And then I also tried to walk, for example, with one on the right side because it's on the left side, with just one crutch. But I could see, okay, it's getting a bit, I get a bit more stable, it feels okay, we start to walk a bit more. But interestingly enough, I definitely see a lot of good news come with a bit not bad news, but like more negative emotions afterwards. I often have like, after a very emotional day, I get like feeling a bit like a crash the next day. And I remember that day I was just really sad, and I couldn't even say why. I could see that life is changing again. I will be able to walk more and everything that. It was still so far away, and it still feels like that because there's still so much progress that have to be made in between, even if it's not like completely no pressure on the knee anymore. It's still not, I can't just walk out of my flat and live my life. And now getting kind of in a new phase that felt a bit, I don't know, unsettling maybe. I was really restless that evening, and I just had to cry and just sit there and processing what has happened the past weeks, because it was quite a lot. And what I also experience is often that after that emotional day, like a more negative one, I often get a lot of energy the next day. And that was the case on day 20. I woke up and felt like, this is it. I can do everything I want. It was just a very like positive day. I got done a lot of like goal-oriented action items, like I could study Spanish. I was able to declutter a bit and to tidy up a bit, because that was the first day I walked completely without crutches. Definitely felt very, not very unstable, but yeah, I felt unstable, and I definitely walked funny. It didn't look like a normal walk yet. I could see that, but just knowing that the crutches are now something that I walk with when I'm leaving the house, but not something that I need in the house anymore, just that was such a big step at this point, and very happy that I'm kind of like starting to let go of the crutches in a physical and an emotional way. Also, my friend Christina came and helped me with vacuuming and throwing away the trash and all that. So that was really helpful, because I still like, I for example can't go and bring out the trash because that's still too far away walking without any help. So yeah, we're still in the early stages of being able to walk independently. Day 21 was actually quite similar. I did my exercise that I got from the physiotherapist. I try to do them every day. Don't manage every day, but most of the days. I also continued to do decluttering, because I had talked to my host family that I would visit them and they would help me like throwing away things. And I had like a very similar active, energetic day like the day before, and I would say at the end of week 3 I felt very positive, very like, okay, this is going the right direction, we've got this, we will get there. And it was definitely a very different feeling than week 2, and also week 1 was really hard, so I could see such a difference just within a few weeks. And talking to your physiotherapist, having like getting some hope for this journey, even though you know it's gonna be probably a longer one, made such a difference. And yeah, very grateful for all the help I got and comforting words and people calling me and talking to me, and yeah, it was really necessary. So that was week 3. I hope you enjoyed my little diary of how I'm learning to get better, even though I don't even know what kind of injury it is at the moment. And I hope you're joining me for the next installment next Sunday. Have a wonderful day. I see you very soon. Bye bye.